Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, whatever the time may be. If you're watching this video, there's one or two reasons. One would be you know me, and I have shared this video, or maybe someone shared it and you saw it, and you're like, hey, that's Cody. I wonder what he's talking about. Or two, you may lack or just crave some more motivation right now. Something to push you to do that thing that you're putting off right now. I know what you're putting off. It's okay. It's okay. Finish the video though. So I just got off the phone with my grandfather, and I do not talk to him very often. Also, my grandmother. I'm blessed to have two sets of grandparents right now, and I'm not appreciating it as much as I should, and I am realizing that, and I'm really glad I called them today. The other set I'm able to see more often, and you can call anyone these days, so sometimes that call it means the world to them. So I had some thoughts about and questions about the military, and he was in the Navy in the Vietnam War. So I figured, first I called my mom, and she said, "Why don't you call him?" And I'm like, "Man, I haven't spoke to them in so long. I need to call them regardless. Like, I need to talk to them. I just, these days when you're alone, you start to realize like how much you crave that family, And I'm starting to realize that you don't have to live with your family. Like, calling them, it's a big step. It's a big. You're reaching out. It means a lot to them, and you'll realize it means a lot to you, or maybe you'll realize how much they annoy you or something. I don't know. Sometimes when you live with certain people for too long, they start to annoy you. No matter how much you love them, it's just how it is. But anyway, the reason I want to make a video about me calling my grandparents seems odd, doesn't it? No. My grandfather, he's an amazing man, and sometimes I even feel like I'm living a different version of his life. It's so odd. And I don't see him often at all. And this time I thought I'm going to write down some of the things he says and analyze them. And he said one thing that stuck out, It always happens when you're listening to someone that's motivational, or it gets you going. There's one thing that just sticks out, and you're like, that's that one thing that I was meant to hear. And I wrote down, I put myself on mute, and I started typing. I'm like, this is a good one. This is a good one. And it was. And, like all motivational things, they're blatantly obvious. Like, do better in school. It's like, oh yes, thank you. I didn't know that. But this one is an obvious one too. But it's just how he said it. Like, he said it with it was genuine. And this is what he said. I'm not going to read it word for word. I'm just going to skim it and try to explain it in my own words. Okay. So you have today's Thursday, Today's Thursday, and you have an assignment. Not just any assignment. It's a big one. Like, for school, not for work, for school. And it's a big one. It's more than you usually have, more questions than it usually is. And you're getting a little worried, but you have plans for the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday you got class. It's a clogged few future days, and you're thinking to yourself, I got that thing on the weekend. It's planned. It's already said and done. I told my friends I'd be there. And you go through with it. Monday comes around, you got this class you got to do. You have to do, so you get it done. And then Tuesday night comes, and you're realizing, oh shoot, this is due tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. I haven't even started. It's like 30-something questions, and then some flips, like some switch, just like right there, right in there. And that switch, that's something you need to take control of, because that switch shouldn't just switch on then. But it does. It flips on, and you're like, let's get to work. And you get that out. Like, man, I didn't even know I knew this. And all of a sudden, you're like researching and like, oh, yeah, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And it's all clicking. That mindset, make it everywhere. Make it everywhere. Not just that one time where you procrastinate. Take that switch, and you realize you're putting something off. You see it. You can feel it. Feels off. You go to your car to get something, and you're like, man, I shouldn't even be doing this. Like, I need to get this done now. It's not even due till next week, but if I want to do all the things that I want to do, I got to do it now. And even if that's not true, tell yourself that. Tell yourself that if I don't get this engineering degree, I'm never going to have that Audi R8. I'm not going to have it. When you wake up in the morning, look up to that Audi R8, because I know I do. What's your Audi R8? It doesn't even have to be a material goal. It's I want to be that person, whatever it is. When you wake up, look up to that Audi R8. Look up to it and like, if I don't get up in 5 seconds, that'll never be mine. I swear to you, you may have OCD, but you'll be up. You'll be up. Because that is essentially what obsessive compulsive disorder is. It's obsessing over things and having compulsions about them. OCD isn't, it's got to be straight. If this isn't straight in 5 seconds, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's got to happen. That's that bad OCD. But that good OCD, you can use OCD to your advantage. This video is only going to be 10 minutes, by the way, on the dot. OCD. but use OCD to your advantage. And that's kind of what this is as I'm analyzing, because this is completely freestyle. I have not scripted anything. I wrote down his quote, and this is coming straight from up here. And I want you to be motivated. I want you to have that switch. I want it to be always on. Even when you're sleeping. Like, I gotta get to sleep right now so I can wake up at 7:30, and maybe you don't even have to be at work until 10. But go that extra mile. Why not? Why not? You know exactly when you're being unproductive. Because I know I do. I know I do. When I'm about to go scroll Instagram, I'm like, it doesn't feel right. I haven't earned this privilege to just do nothing. No. You know, you have that feeling in your gut. And don't let that happen. Have that switch always on. Always on, because that's what it comes down to. And I'll read it word for word now. It's pretty close. It's if you have something coming up in school and it's due next Wednesday, and you have plans to play around on the weekend, and Tuesday night comes up and suddenly you are so focused on it until it's done. If you can get that focused for everything you do, then you will be able to accomplish anything you set your mind to. All you need is that switch.